Steuben County deputies respond to a welfare check after a worried family reports that 50-year-old Alan Hode has not slept in days, is acting erratically, and has access to firearms. What starts in the early morning hours on a dark rural road slowly stretches into a tense 13-hour standoff. By the time the sun is high in the sky that afternoon, the situation has spiraled. Hode walks out with a long gun, drives across a field in his pickup, and forces officers into a split-second decision on a quiet stretch of Swale Road. If you are ready to see how a family's call for help turned into a deadly daytime confrontation and why prosecutors later determined no charges would be filed, do me a favor and smash that like button, because this one is intense.
Stop moving! Stop moving! Stop moving! Stop moving! No. Yes! Dog's hit! Dog's hit! I'm right behind you, Josh, right behind you. K-9 3, Steuben, we need ambulance up here. A male with a gunshot wound.
He's been shot.
Go, move!
The suspect later died while being transported to the hospital. The following are images collected from the official report on the investigation into the death of Alan Hode. These images show clear damage to two SCSO patrol vehicles after Alan Hode opened fire in the early moments of the confrontation. This is the loaded 12-gauge shotgun in Mr. Hode's truck. The suspect's silver-colored imitation handguns were later recovered at the scene. Let's take a look at the incident from a different perspective.
I think I've been... Stay on the ground!
Let me see your hands! We're good.
Let's go back to the very beginning to see exactly what happened. At 12:34 a.m. on October 21, 2024, a family member of Alan Hode called 911 requesting a welfare check. The family reported that Hode had not slept for several days, was behaving erratically, had posted alarming content on social media, and had access to hunting firearms inside the home. They feared he might harm himself or someone else. At approximately 1:30 a.m., deputies from the Steuben County Sheriff's Office arrived at the residence, which was located on a secluded hill in the town of Cameron. When they asked Hode to come out and speak with them, he yelled back. In the darkness, body-worn cameras captured the sound of a shotgun being racked. Seconds later, a gunshot rang out, followed by a second shot. 2 patrol vehicles were struck. No officers were injured. Deputies immediately withdrew and established a safety perimeter. Over the next 13 hours, a tense standoff unfolded. Hode repeatedly called 911 and communicated with dispatchers and crisis negotiators. In numerous recorded calls, he made threats to shoot law enforcement officers and cause mass casualties. A close friend attempted to call and persuade him to surrender, but those efforts were unsuccessful. Throughout the standoff, a SWAT team was deployed and monitored the residence using a drone. At around 2 p.m., Hode exited the house carrying a long gun and got into his pickup truck. He drove across a field to avoid a police barricade and headed towards Swale Road. SWAT members quickly pursued and blocked the roadway with multiple patrol vehicles. On Swale Road, Hode stopped near another residence. Officers exited their vehicles and repeatedly ordered him to show his hands and stay away from the truck. Instead of complying, Hode returned to the vehicle, started the engine, and suddenly reversed at high speed toward the officers. The truck crashed into a patrol vehicle. 3 officers fired their weapons as the truck was backing up and as Hode opened the door and began to exit. Hode was struck multiple times and fell to the ground. Officers immediately called out ceasefire, approached him, placed him in handcuffs, and requested an ambulance. Paramedics arrived minutes later. According to EMS records, Hode was conscious but combative while receiving medical care. He was sedated for transport, but his heart stopped on the way to the hospital. He was pronounced dead at 4:09 p.m. An autopsy determined that the cause of death was multiple gunshot wounds. 8 gunshot injuries were documented. At the scene, investigators recovered a loaded shotgun from inside the truck's cabin and 3 silver-colored imitation handguns. Following a comprehensive investigation that included reviewing body-worn camera footage, drone video, witness statements, medical records, and forensic evidence, the Office of Special Investigation concluded that prosecutors would not be able to disprove beyond a reasonable doubt that the officers' actions were justified. Under New York state law, the use of deadly force is considered lawful if an officer reasonably believes it is necessary to defend themselves or others from the use or imminent use of deadly physical force. As a result, no criminal charges were filed, and the matter was formally closed with the issuance of a public report on August 12, 2025. What do you think about this incident? Leave your opinion in the comments below so we can continue the discussion.